Hello friends, welcome on stitchingmall.com. This is a poncho dress which I show you how to make in very easy way. So this is about 2 meter fabric and this is the dupatta. Actually it was a suit length. So we folded this fabric wrong side or back side out. The folded side is towards you and the width of the bottom is 16 inch. You can keep it as much as you want or as less as you want. Then we'll mark front and back of the dress together. Shoulder is half shoulder, that is 7 inch plus 1/4 inch. Then chest line and chest length and waist length and waistline, that is the formula is like divided by 4 plus half inch for each of them, and same formula for the hip. Then we join the sides, chest line with the waistline and waistline with the hip line and hip line with the bottom of the dress. If you want, you can keep this dress straight like a kurti, but we are adding some flares on the bottom, so we are keeping it flary. Now we keep 1 inch out as seam allowance. Then we mark our neck. Neck is 3 inch width and 3 inch length. So this is 3 inch by 3 inch. Neck, front and back neckline would be the same. If you want, you can keep it even more. Formula is chest divided by 12 plus half inch. And now keeping half inch down for the shoulder slope, we mark it and then we take middle of the armhole. Armhole was 7.5 inch. If you want to add sleeve, take it half inch inside and then shape it. If you don't want to add sleeves, as with poncho it is not required, mark only the back armhole and then using a tracing wheel, trace the inner line and cut on the outer line. Inner line where we pressed with a tracing wheel is the line where we would be stitching. Keeping about 1 inch from the side, cut the bottom so that it be a little curvy thing from the bottom. Make notches wherever shown. I generally show it in all my videos. Wherever you have to make the notches. Cut the shoulders, and this is the side portion, side part of the fabric which is left. I show you two methods. One is the latest trend fashion frill neckline. For this I am keeping the width of this side fabric is 9.5 inches. You can keep it maximum till your arm length, that is 18 inches or 21 inches, or you can keep it as less as 6 or 7 inches. If your neckline is about 20 inches, then the length of this fabric should be 30 inches or 40 inches. Here we cut the neckline, that is 3 by 3, 3 inch wide and 3 inch long. This is the method how you can attach the frill after stitching the shoulders. So once you stitch the shoulders and then starting from one shoulder, you'll cover the entire neckline. Method you can use the same which I have shown in my like this poncho making method. Now we have this dupatta fabric or any thin fabric with a fall. So we fold it the way we fold for the umbrella skirt. Because of the pattern, I fold it from the middle. If you want to fold it from the bottom, then there would be a joint on the shoulders and the middle of the arms. But here we won't be having any joints. It will be one piece thing. So here we place it under our dress and we'll be cutting the neckline 1/4 of an inch less than our dress. So first of all, you press it if possible, and open side is towards you and folded side is towards me. Place it nicely so that the neck covers the pointed side of the fabric. The length of this poncho you can keep till waist length or same as the arm length that you want. So neckline we are keeping 1/4 inch less. I already told you. Length of the waistline or this is about 18 inches or 21 inches, or as long as your arm length, or as long as you want it to cover your arms. So give it a shape on the outside, keeping about 1 inch down or around the circle. So that way we can use some kind of lace, or we can roll hem or picot on the outer edge of this poncho. Some lace embroidered thing can also be attached to it. Pom-pom is also in fashion, though I found it a little pompous. But if it is your style quotient, you can add it around your poncho. So this is how you cut it like an umbrella skirt. And now, like similar the way you cut your umbrella skirt, the middle of the umbrella skirt is like 1/4 of the waist, but here it has to be your neck, keeping about 1/4 inch less. See, if it is less, you can make it more, but if it is more, it will be difficult for you to cover it up. So I'm making it 3 inch by 3 inch. If you want it more, then check it, and later on you can make it more if you feel that it is less than your style statement. So this is how your poncho would cover your dress. The difference between a cape and a poncho is this, that the cape is open from the front, whereas a poncho is worn over the head, while you wear a cape just like a shirt over your shoulders. Now this was the extra fabric when we have added a poncho instead of frills on the neckline. We'll use this 9 inch fabric for the bottom flare. We'll be needing 1.5 inch wide long straps to finish the armhole and the neckline. So you cut it either from the same fabric or from some contrasting colors. They are also available ready-made from the market. Now we sew the shoulders of our dress. So using a single stitch, we stitch the shoulders. You can double stitch if you feel that the stitches may pucker up. So this is how we use the double stitches on the shoulders. And if you use a good quality fabric which is strong enough, generally puckering doesn't happen. Now we'll be opening our poncho and keeping it on the right side of poncho, on right side of the dress, covering the entire neckline, that is a round shape, and then we'll pin around this neckline so that both the pieces don't move. Because here I'm showing you in this cotton fabric, but if you want to make it some kind of a designer dress, you want to use some satin or silk, or you can use even your old sarees to make this kind of a dress. So if you use that kind of smooth or slippery stuff, then it is more important that you use a basting stitch, that is kacha, or a running stitch, or use pins and carefully you stitch around that. One more thing I want to tell you to save your time and energy, that we use our bias strips that we just cut, that is 1.5 inch wide and long enough, but it is not long enough to cover the neckline. So we join the slanting side of one strip to slanting side of the other this strip, and then double stitch to make it longer. Now starting from one side of the shoulder, we stitch around it, keeping about 1 centimeter away from the edges. So this is how we pull the bias strips a little bit and then stitch around the neckline, but we don't have to pull or stretch any part of the lower fabrics. You have to take care of that so that the shape of the neck does not spoil. So this is how you will cover the entire neckline. And if you want, you can use the same bias strip on the starting from the wrong side to right side, or this way that I am showing you till the end of the shoulder where we had started. The other edge is waiting for our strip. So once you reach there, we won't be stitching one strip over another. We won't be stitching over it. Rather, we'll end it just at the corner so that we can pick both the pieces and we could hold it over each other and then we could stitch them. So here when we finish, we hold these two pieces and we'll join it, neither pulling nor pushing. Just take your time, go easy, because neckline is something, if it is made beautifully, the entire dress would look beautiful. So this is how we place it. If you have any doubt, do a basting stitch, or pinning may not help too much, so I don't suggest pin that. So do a basting stitch instead, or if you can manage, slowly. See, slowly I say, because if you are doing it for the first time, it is not a difficult task, okay? And I do trust your skills, and because you have interest in this, so of course you will gain, or you have the skills enough to do and make it. But the thing is, once we spoil a certain part of the dress, unstitching and then stitching spoils the fabric sometimes. So once we have done with the bias strip around the neckline, we'll fold it inside. I'm half folding it, though you can fold it completely inside and then stitch around it, or you can hem if you don't want your stitches to look or to show on the right side of the dress. So this is the folding and then stitching around it. I'm not hemming it, it is for a kid, so hemming is not something which I do for everyday dresses. It is much better to do a regular form stitching. Though for elders, if you want to do completely fold it inside and then do a stitching, don't stitch over the poncho. Then keep the poncho towards outside, so you will be stitching only towards on the inside of the dress, not on the poncho, because if you stitch on the poncho, the look would be spoiled, because it will be visible from the top. The fall would not be right, the look would not be right. So that's what of course you don't want with your poncho. Then you would complain that, oh, Dimple showed me this way and it is not right way. So don't do that. Don't stitch over the poncho. Stitch only even while you are watching this video and this method. Don't this way also the stitch won't be on the poncho. It is only on the neckline, the binding, this bias strips. So this is how we done our neck. Major work is done. Now we finish the armhole, keeping back side of the dress and keeping this back side of the bias strip around this armhole, starting from one end till the other end, pulling a little slightly of this bias strip. The front and back side of the armhole are cut the same. There is no deeper thing. If you want to watch how to cut deeper, you can watch that sleeveless or without sleeve kurti cutting, Lucknowi kurti cutting, that video, and in that you'll get to know how to cut that steeper armholes. So this bias strip will fold towards the right side of the dress, and then we'll make even the other armhole same method. So we'll fold it and stitch over it, and if you want you can use a contrasting fabric. It's all up to your imagination. You know, we in any way when we start stitching or making dresses, we start keeping or hoarding all those scraps, tiny little bits of fabrics, which others may feel that it's all clutter and useless things and everything, nonsense things. But ultimately, while we make some kind of a designer dress, those tiny little things help us in making a simple dress fantastic. So this is how you'll fold your armhole, and you'll make even the other armhole finish the same way. See how beautiful it looks. Starting from the back side, we ended on the right side. You can start from the wrong side, like back side, and then hem from the inside. Now we'll fold from the shoulders. The fabric sides have to be stitched. We kept 1 inch on the outside, so we'll be stitching keeping this 1 inch out. This 1 inch, instead of 1 inch, you can keep even 1.5 inch if you want more margin, or if you gain or lose weight very easily. Now this was the fabric that we wanted to make frill, but we didn't make because we made a poncho. So this is the fabric we'll stitch on the side to join it. It was a one piece thing, so we'll join it and then we'll stitch it, we'll pin it rather from one side. We pin it, and then the other side also we place it and then we'll pin it. So this way exactly we'll be knowing how much fabric is on each front and back side of the dress. So that way it will be easier for us to make the gathers or pleats. You can use the gathers by that pulling thread method, which I've shown earlier in one of my videos, skirt making video, or keeping about 5 or 6 inches. We'll make a small pleat all around this dress. Once I also told you that making a middle notch helps in this case. Like if we made a small notch in middle of our this frill and middle of our dress, the bottom, then we could have kept half of our this frill each side of the dress. That method also I've explained. If you people have any doubt regarding anything in any video, you can ask me commenting in the below section. You can stay subscribed for more of my creations, and there is you can watch even this video in Hindi on Stitching Wall Hindi Urdu channel. Thank you for nice words. Keep watching, stay subscribed, keep sharing, and keep sewing. Bye bye. Take care.